Welcome to Beyond the Smile, the podcast where we dive deep into dental health, nutrition, and everything that makes life more beautiful.
Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into something you might not expect? Today it's all about brushing. But don't worry, we're going way beyond the basics.
Yeah, we're going to get into like the nitty-gritty.
Exactly. We've got some awesome expert advice straight from Prime Dental Group. We're basically going to learn how to brush, like the dentists do, you know?
It's kind of funny. We do these everyday things, but never really think about them much, right?
Totally. But when you do stop and think, there's a whole lot of science going on.
A whole lot.
So this guide, they really hammer home this point. Plaque is the enemy.
Big time.
I mean, I always knew it was bad, but I never really got why it was like public enemy number one for our teeth.
It's not just food stuck on there. Think of it like it's alive.
Ew.
Yeah, it's this sticky film, but it's loaded with bacteria, a whole bunch of them. And, not all bacteria are bad. But some of these little guys, they're feasting on the sugars in our mouth.
So that's the problem.
Yeah, and when they eat, they make acid. And that acid is what starts to eat away at your enamel. That's the real tooth decay culprit right there.
Whoa, okay. So it's not just about feeling clean, it's about fighting these little bacteria dudes.
Absolutely. You got to break up that plaque party regularly. If you don't, it gets real hard and turns into tartar.
Tartar.
Yeah, tartar. That stuff is tough. Brushing won't get rid of it. Only a dentist can.
So that's why brushing isn't just for fresh breath. It's to stop those bigger problems down the line. Makes sense. Now, this guide is all about soft bristles.
Yeah, soft bristles are key.
But I gotta admit, I always kind of figured harder bristles meant cleaner teeth.
It seems logical, right?
Right, like you need some elbow grease to scrub things clean.
A lot of people think that way. But when it comes to your teeth, gentle is the way to go.
Really?
You got to remember that enamel, that protective layer, it's actually pretty delicate.
Huh. Never thought of it like that.
Yeah, so hard bristles, they can wear down your enamel.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Nope. It can make your teeth sensitive and way more likely to get cavities.
So it's more like we're sweeping the plaque away, not trying to scrub it off.
Exactly. Protecting your enamel is a long game, and a soft-bristled toothbrush is your best friend there. Then there's the whole electric versus manual debate.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
Which side are you on?
Honestly, I go back and forth.
Well, the good news is both types work just fine.
So it's all about what you like.
Pretty much. You got to find what feels right for you. But I will say, some of those electric toothbrushes have some pretty cool features.
Like what?
Well, timers, so you brush long enough. Pressure sensors, so you don't go too hard. Even different modes for different needs.
So they're kind of like high-tech toothbrushes.
Exactly. They can help you level up your brushing game for sure.
Okay, interesting. So we've got our soft bristled brush, but then there's the toothpaste. Fluoride always gets talked about. But honestly, I'm not totally sure what it does.
Fluoride it's like a superpower for your teeth. It really is.
How so?
Well, it actually becomes part of your enamel. It makes it stronger and helps it resist those acid attacks we were talking about.
So it's like a shield.
That's a good way to put it. And here's another cool thing. Fluoride can actually help repair weak spots in your enamel.
Oh, wait. It can fix damage? I thought it was just about preventing it.
It does both. It's pretty awesome stuff. And the good news is, most toothpaste you buy has fluoride in it already.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, just double check the label. And there are some specialized toothpastes out there. Like if you have sensitive teeth or you want to whiten them, there's something for everyone.
Okay, this is already blowing my mind. We've got the tools and the super-powered toothpaste. Now teach me how to use them.
All right, so you're ready to brush like a pro.
I'm all ears.
It's all about technique, targeting those plaque hot spots. And we got to start with the angle. This guide, it's really specific about holding your brush at a 45-degree angle.
45 degrees. Why so exact?
It lets the bristles kind of sneak under the gum line,
Oh.
That's where plaque loves to hang out. It's like those hard-to-reach spots when you're cleaning your house. You got to have the right tool and the right move to get it all.
Makes sense. We're outsmarting the plaque.
Exactly. So 45-degree angle, check. Now, what about your brushing motion?
Okay, so confession time. I'm a back and forth scrubber, pretty vigorous.
Yeah. That's a common one. But you got to be more gentle with it.
Really?
Think of it like you're massaging your teeth and gums. Small circles.
So not a scrub, more like a gentle circle dance.
Exactly. It's way better for your gums, too. Less irritation.
Yeah.
And the guide says, spend about 30 seconds on each section of your mouth. Upper right, upper left, lower right, lower left.
You gotta hit all four corners.
Yep. And make sure you're getting every side of each tooth.
You know what I struggle with? Those inner sides of my teeth. Especially those bottom front ones. It's like they're all crammed together.
Yeah, those are tricky. They're a magnet for plaque, though, so gotta get them. Try tilting your brush vertically, then just short up and down strokes.
Okay, so it's like a whole toothbrushing choreography.
You got it. Now, another spot people forget, the tongue.
Oh, yeah. Does tongue scraping really matter?
More than you think. Your tongue can actually have a ton of bacteria hanging out on it.
Ugh, really?
Yep. That's a big contributor to bad breath, so gently brush your tongue from back to front. Get those bad breath bacteria out of there.
Okay, tongue cleaning added to the list. Speaking of things we might not love, that 2-minute rule, it can feel like forever.
I hear you, but it's important for a couple of reasons.
Like what?
Well, first, it gives that fluoride time to do its thing, strengthen your enamel and all that.
Oh, right.
And two, it just makes sure you're getting all the plaque, every nook and cranny.
So it's not a race. Got to be thorough. Any
Uh-huh.
tips for making those 2 minutes less painful?
Set a timer or brush along to a song you like. Find what works for you.
Good ideas. I'm already feeling more motivated about brushing. Now, this guide also has some bonus tips, like pro-level stuff.
Right.
What are some of the highlights?
Well, they really stress being gentle with the pressure. No need to scrub like you're trying to get marker off the walls,
Light touch.
Exactly. And they talk about rinsing and storage. Make sure you rinse your toothbrush really well after you're done. And when you store it, keep it upright in the open.
So it can dry out.
Exactly. That way bacteria won't grow on it.
Makes sense. No one wants a gross toothbrush. Now, what about those common mistakes?
Oh, yeah. Everyone makes them. Brushing too hard, that's a big one. Like we said, gentle is key.
Right.
And then people forget about the gum line. Got to make sure you're angling your brush to get right in there.
I'm also going to bet money that forgetting to floss is up there.
You win.
Guilty as charged.
Flossing, that's essential. It gets those spots between your teeth that your toothbrush can't reach. It's like the full spa treatment for your teeth,
Okay, so brushing is the main event. Flossing is the pregame prep. What's the best way to floss?
All right, picture this. You've got about 18 inches of floss. Wrap it around your middle fingers, leaving a little bit in the middle to work with.
Gotcha.
You're going to slide it gently between two teeth, and you want to curve it like a C shape against one of them.
Against the tooth?
Yeah, and then you just move it up and down to clean that surface.
Okay.
Do that for each tooth, both sides.
Both sides. Got it.
Don't forget the back of your last molars.
Those are always the hardest to reach.
I know, right?
It sounds easy when you explain it like that.
It takes practice.
I admit, sometimes I get lazy with those back teeth.
I get it, but they're important.
What about all the different types of floss? Waxed, unwaxed, even flavored ones.
Oh, yeah, there's a whole world of floss out there.
Is there one that's like the best?
Honestly, it depends on your teeth and what you like.
Oh,
Like if your teeth are close together, waxed floss might be easier to get through.
makes sense.
Unwaxed, sometimes that can grip plaque a little better.
Interesting.
And the flavored ones, that's just for fun.
If strawberry floss makes you floss more, go for it.
Exactly, whatever gets you flossing.
You even have those floss picks, right?
Yep, and interdental brushes too.
For those of us who are floss challenged.
You got it. The main thing is finding what works for you and actually doing it regularly.
Consistency is key. Now, one more thing this guide talks about is mouthwash.
Mouthwash, the final touch.
I've always wondered, is it really necessary? Or is it just to cover up bad breath?
It can definitely freshen your breath.
That's for sure.
But some mouthwashes, they have ingredients that actually kill bacteria.
Oh, so it's not just perfume for your mouth.
Not at all. It can help with plaque and gingivitis.
Okay, that makes sense.
Just make sure you get one that's alcohol-free.
Why alcohol-free?
Alcohol can dry out your mouth, and that can actually make things worse.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's kind of counterproductive.
So mouthwash is a good addition, but it's not replacing brushing and flossing.
Definitely not. Think of it like a bonus round, an extra layer of protection.
Makes sense.
At the end of the day, the best routine is one you can stick with.
You're right. It's got to be sustainable.
Totally.
All right, we've covered so much today. From the sciencey stuff to the actual how-tos.
Yeah, we've been through it all.
I feel like I can actually go out there and brush like a boss now.
I hope so.
But this guide, they leave us with a question.
A good one, I bet.
It's something to think about. Beyond all this daily stuff.
Hit me with it.
When was your last dental checkup?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's easy to forget about that stuff, you know?
So easy, we're all busy.
But it's like taking your car in for maintenance.
You gotta keep up with it.
Those regular dental visits are important for catching things early.
Right, before they become big problems.
Your dentist can do all this stuff we can't, like getting rid of that tartar.
And they can spot any signs of trouble.
Exactly. So, to everyone listening, if it's been a while, maybe think about scheduling that checkup.
It's worth it.
You've learned how to brush and floss like a pro, but those dentist visits are still super important.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, that wraps up our deep dive into dental hygiene. Hope you learned something new today.
Me too.
And hey, maybe you're even feeling a little inspired to step up your brushing game.
It's never too late.
Until next time, keep those smiles bright.